Good morning, respected principals, teachers, and my dear friends. I am Vishwaranjan Satpathy of class 8D. Today I am here to present my PPT on the life and historical perspective of Guru Tej Bahadur. Let's start. Life of Guru Tej Bahadur. The Guru Tej Bahadur was the youngest son of Guru Hangor Bind, the sixth Guru. The Guru Hangor Bind had one daughter and he had the five sons Baba Gurdita, Surajmal, Ani Rai, Atal Rai, and Tyagimal. Tyagimal was born in Amritsar in early 1 April 1621. He was also known as Guru Tej Bahadur. Guru Tej Bahadur and the Guru Tej Bahadur, after he had shown his valor in the battle against the Mughal, the Amritsar and that in that time the Amritsar at that time was the center of Sikh faith, has the seat of the Sikh Gurus with the connection to Sikh in far-flung area of the country through the chain of Masand or Mishran's Rai. It had developed two characteristics of the state capital, and the Guru Tej Bahadur was the ninth Guru of the Sikh religion. And let us start the story of Bakla. In the 1640s, nearly his death, Guru Hangor Bind and his wife Naki moved to the ancient village of the Bakla in the Amritsar district together with the Tej Bahadur and Mata Gujri. Bakla had described in Guru Bilas Daswin Pat Sahi was the very prosperous town with the beautiful pools, wells and baulis. After Guru Hangor Bind's death, Tej Bahadur continued to live in Bakla with his wife and his mother. Then this is the raga, and this is the sloka by the Guru Tej Bahadur. Then the Guru and his journey. The Guru visited to the Hari Mandir Sahib in Amritsar. Then he visited Hazri, grandson of Prithvi Chand and son of Saudi Meherban. Then he visited Dam Sahib to move to Kirtarpur Sahib, establish a new Manjis center for the teaching Sikhism. Then he visited to Raja Bilaspur, brought the village Makwal rupees 500, founded the Chak Nanaki, later Anandpur Sahib 1665, left for the East India along the close family and Sikh like Bhai Mati Das and Bhai Sati Das and Bhai Dayal Das. Then the Guru Tej Bahadur travelled far and wide, visiting many places in North India and also Assam and Dhaka, preaching the word of the Guru Nanak. He started community water wells and langars, the community kitchen that held to the poor and hungry peoples for their food. And let us begin the historical precipitation of Guru Tej Bahadur. In August 1664, according to the August 1664, Guru Tej Bahadur was appointed the ninth Guru of the Sikh. In the 1668, in Assam, he was able to pitch a treaty between the king of Ahom and the Raja Ram Singh of Amber, who was sent by the Aurangzeb. In 1672, he visited the Kashmir, where he saw the persecution of the non-Muslim. Then he also wrote this sloka and 116 sabdas and 15 ragas, and he founded the city of Anandpur Sahib in Punjab in 1665. And a Guru attains a huge amount of followers and his devotees. This said is a districts of the Mughal Empire. It is also said that the Guru promised of protection to the pursued Kashmiri Pandit also led to be being summoned to Delhi by the emperor. And in the year of 1675, 24 November, the Guru was publicly beheaded on the order of Aurangzeb for refusing to accept the authority of the Mughal Empire at Chandni Chowk in Delhi. The Gurudwara Sheesh Ganj Sahib was built in 1783 at the place where he beheaded. And as you can see how the Mughals he beheaded the Guru Tej Bahadur. And later his son Govind, who was only 9 when his father was killed, became the 10th and the last Sikh Guru. And the effect of the father cruel murder must be for profound on him. Guru Gobind Singh went to become the founder of the Khalsa and challenge the authority of Mughal Empire. And as you can see the some photos of the Guru Tej Bahadur. As you can see, he had opened the langar for the hungry people, and he have a spiritual power inside his body. And this all in this PPT. I hope you like this PPT. Thank you so much.